Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you my everyday makeup drawer for November. And in my everyday makeup drawer videos, what I like to do is go through my makeup collection and pick up products that I haven't used in a long time or newer products in my collection that I want to test out for the month and set them aside in a separate drawer to use throughout the month. And then at the end of the month, I let you guys know what my favorites were for the month or products that didn't work out. So if you guys are interested in picking those products with me for the month of November, then just keep on watching. Alright, so starting off with what was in my everyday makeup drawer for October, there's a lot of things in here that I was using on a daily basis, like non-stop all month. You guys know the e.l.f. highlighter. I've been so obsessed with this. I highly recommend it. It's the collab with That Tarte. It's gorgeous. I wear both of these shades every single day. So this is definitely a new favorite, something I really love, and it's going to be hard for me to not use from now on. But I'm going to put that aside. And then the Balm blush in Balm Beach is the blush I wore pretty much every single day. This is a very great blush for like any makeup look whatsoever because it's very neutral. It's not too cool or too warm. So definitely recommend this blush if you guys are into like a super neutral blush. That's just what I've been wearing every single day in October. So those are the two products I wore the most, along with the Light Wonder foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. I mixed this into the Lancome foundation. I wore this on its own a lot. I love this foundation. And then I ran out of my mini size of the Makeup Forever Step 1 primer. I just kept it in here to show you guys, but this is an amazing primer. I actually have a full size now. It's definitely awesome. I love this stuff, especially if you have really dry skin. You would love this. It's super hydrating and it like seeps into your skin. It doesn't sit on top of your skin. Definitely recommend it. For bronzer, I pulled out the Pixi bronzer. I actually really like this, but it's a little bit more matte. It has a slight sheen to it, but I kind of like more of a shimmery bronzer. So I still love this bronzer, but for now, it's not like the makeup look I'm usually going for. So still love it. It's in the shade Summertime. It's definitely a great bronzer, great pigmentation. It blends really nicely. But right now I'm more into like warmer bronzers or certain bronzers. So not wearing it as often. Surprisingly, I didn't really wear my Jouer highlighters like at all. I think I maybe wore each of them maybe once because I was wearing my e.l.f. highlighter every single day. But Topaz is still like my holy grail highlighter. Let me show you guys. I think I mention this like all the time. It's one of my favorites, or actually it is my favorite highlighter. It's very bronzy. It's gorgeous. It's very like neutral. I just love this highlighter. It goes with everything. But because I was so obsessed with my e.l.f. one, I didn't actually wear these, but I still love those. And then the Cabana Boy blush, I wore it maybe like twice in the past week when I realized I had not used this at all this month. It's just so purpley, it's so plummy, and it's not like the makeup look that I usually go for nowadays. I used to love this blush. I used to love like really plummy toned makeup, but right now I'm into more like oranges and browns for fall. So I still like that blush, but it's not my favorite at the moment. I never wore this. I think I'm just gonna declutter it. I've had it in my collection for almost 2 years now. I used to love it, but it's just so light. It's the Maybelline Master Contour Stick. I just have the shade Light 2, so it's a very natural contour, and if I'm going to go out of my way to cream contour, I kind of prefer something that's going to show up a little bit more, just because I have this in a lighter shade, but the formula is actually awesome. If I were to repurchase it, I'd get it in the shade Medium. Also still loving these two primers, Bye Bye Pores by IT Cosmetics and the Sensual Skin Primer by Kevyn Aucoin. This is really hydrating. This is more pore filling, and it's something that doesn't feel cakey on your face at all. So I really recommend this if you guys like pore filling primers because it feels really lightweight, but it gets the job done. And then for everything else, some things I used like a couple times, but I wasn't that interested in. I still want to keep this in my collection just to finish it up, but I'm not really into BB creams right now, but I used to love it, so I just want to finish it up since it's almost done. I could probably finish it like in a couple days if I commit to it. And then I never really wore this glow kit. I think maybe once for an Instagram look, but otherwise I was wearing my e.l.f. highlighter. I've just been more into like a pretty subtle highlight nowadays. And then my Huda Beauty palette, I maybe wore like 2 or 3 times this month. I wore it for my Halloween look, but really it's more of a bold palette, so I'll probably do some more looks around the holidays with this. But I've been into some of the newer eyeshadow releases that are more neutral that I'll show you guys in my eyeshadow drawer. But that's basically the products I was really focusing on this month. I was wearing the lip products a lot, especially the Kylie colors and the Jouer lip cream and Noisette. I was wearing those a lot throughout the month, especially because they're more nude. And I still haven't finished any of the Kylie colors, but I'm pretty close on all of them. I have like a few uses left of all of the minis. I honestly forgot the dip brow was in here because it's just like in the back here, and I would pull my lip colors forward, but I really just forgot about having the dip brow in there, so I should pull that to the front of this drawer for this month so I could actually rediscover it and see how I like it. But that's basically all the products that were in my drawer for October. Some of them I will repeat for this month, and then I'm gonna pick out a ton of new products for November. So getting into my first drawer, I changed up my drawers because a subscriber recommended that I make this drawer my mascara and like brow products and eyeliner drawer since it's smaller, and then a different drawer my foundation drawer because it's bigger. And that was a brilliant idea, and I am absolutely happy with that suggestion. That really like made things a lot easier, so thank you for suggesting that. And then from this drawer, this month I just actually put this in here because I do want to try it out. I haven't tested this out yet. Benefit sent me this last month when it was first released, but I haven't gotten a chance to actually try it yet. So I definitely want to test out the Foolproof Brow Powder. I do have this Brow Zing, which is the original brow powder from Benefit, but this one has like 2 tones in it. So I'm definitely going to try this out and let you guys know what I think of it, because I do want to branch out for my brow products because I don't really use powders. And then honestly, that might be it because I use pretty much everything in here. I go through all of my other brow pencils, brow gels on a daily basis. I have all of these mascaras open and almost all used up, so I might have to declutter 1 or 2, but I use them all for sure. My eyeliners, I use almost all of them. I can point out a few right now that I probably need to declutter that are probably dried up. Like I have a ton of these Physician Formulas eyeliners. I need to go through them and see which ones are dried up and which ones aren't, because that drives me crazy when I go to do wing liner. But I think that's going to be it for this drawer because I also have the Anastasia Dip Brow. So that's going to be it, but I really use everything in here on a weekly basis anyways. And then going into blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, there's a couple new products in here that I definitely want to test out for the month. First of all, I do have the Ciate Dewy Stick. I have not tried this out yet. I got this at Gen Beauty. I finally just went through my Gen Beauty bags and reorganized everything and put aside products that I want to test out. So I definitely want to test this out for the month. It's a highlighting balm, so it's kind of like a highlighter stick, but it's more of just a dewy finish. It's not really like an intense shimmer. So I think that I'm going to like it because I think it's going to be a bit more of like a subtle highlight. And then I'm also going to pick out my Hoola Quickie Contour Stick because it's been a while since I've used this, and I used to love it in the spring. I haven't used it really since then. I've been testing out some other cream contours. So I definitely want to start using this again because I used to really, really love it a couple months ago, and I just want to keep using it and just use more of it. And then I also got this blush from Catrice that I have not tried out yet. It's a illuminating blush. I have not tried out their powder products, just eyeshadows and some eye products. So this is called La Vie en Rose. I think this color is like right up my alley. So want to try this out, and I think you can get Catrice at Ulta. I've definitely seen them at Ulta, and they're really, really affordable. I'm also going to bring back my e.l.f. Contour Duo in St. Lucia. This used to be my favorite. It's still one of my favorites, but I put it aside for a few months now, and I want to hit pan on it by the end of the year because I feel like I have a decent dent in it, and I can maybe hit pan on it. And I do have a second one, so I should go ahead and start using this more because I know it's one of my favorites, and I'll really enjoy using it again this month. And then maybe just one more highlighter. Let's see, I use so many of these, but it's been a while for some of them. Let me go ahead and just pull out Prosecco Pop because I know it's one of my favorite highlighters. I got this one in a full size in my BoxyCharm last month, and I got to wear it a couple times, but because I've been using the other highlighter in my everyday makeup drawer, I didn't use this as much. So definitely love this. I think it goes with a lot of different makeup looks. It's not too gold or too cool or anything. So I think I'm going to use this a lot, if not every day throughout November. Then last, I'm going to pull out this Tarte Sculptor pen in the shade 1. I am almost out of this, so I might as well use it up. It's pretty much almost all the way gone anyways. I can probably use this up throughout the month, and I might even repurchase another one because I used to love this. It's a little bit more warm yeah, it's definitely a little bit more warm than like my Anastasia contour stick. So I think I'm still gonna like this. I'm almost out of it. I might as well use it up because it's so tiny and just kind of taking up space. But I used to be obsessed with this. This is the cream contour I used for my wedding day, and I want to see if I still like it. So that is going to be everything for my highlighter, blush, and bronzer drawer. Okay, so next moving into my new favorite drawer, my foundation drawer, which is actually like as organized as it's ever been. It could still be better, but if you guys have watched my previous everyday makeup drawers, you know this is a huge improvement. So I just organized everything: foundations, primers, more primers, randomness, things that can stand up, concealers. So let's see, there's a couple things that I have not tried out. This is from Catrice. It's their Prime and Fine. It's a primer that I got at Generation Beauty. I feel like I've seen people review this before, but I can't remember what people are saying about it. So I definitely want to try this out. The rest of my primers, I think I go through them all a decent amount. And I've also been testing out this Smashbox primer. I actually know that I already like it, so I'm going to use it more throughout the month and make sure I include it in tutorials and stuff. It's their iconic primer stick. It's basically kind of like the Milk Blur stick, the Estee Edit pore minimizing stick that I have right here. This one, the Pore Vanish stick by the Estee Edit. They're very, very similar. So I have been liking this so far, and I definitely want to include it in some tutorials so you guys can see how I like to use it. And what else? Let's see, for foundations, I go through all of these. I do a really good job of going through all of these foundations. One I haven't used in a while is my Hourglass Vanish stick. I've put this away for a couple months, so I definitely want to start using this more throughout the month and see if I can get close to the end of it by the end of the year. And then I also have this new foundation from Cover FX. It's the Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation. I got this at Gen Beauty. I just started testing it out this week, so I definitely still need to form my thoughts about it and let you guys know if I like it. I think I like it so far. I can't really compare it to any other foundation yet, but I've only been wearing it on like light makeup days, so I have to do it with some other makeup looks. All these primers I use a ton. I love how they're organized now. My powders, I use a decent amount. I'm just gonna stick to Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. I'll just put that in my everyday makeup drawer because I've been kind of using it, but I can go ahead and just like use this whole sample up throughout the month for sure, because this is actually a really great powder. If you guys haven't tried this out, I should buy a full size eventually. This was in my Ipsy last month. And I'm also going to be using my Kevyn Aucoin concealer. I have used this a couple times already. It's a little bit more full coverage, so I don't use it very often, but I do actually like the finish. It's just more full coverage than like my L'Oreal concealer that I use pretty much every day. And I actually have to declutter some of my concealers because I'm not into the shades anymore. Like this one from NARS, my Catrice one, they are like a shade or two too light for me nowadays. But a lot of my other ones I use a lot. My Bare Minerals, my Too Faced ones I use all the time too. So I think that would be everything from this drawer. I got 2 primers, 2 foundations. Oh, I haven't actually tried this out yet. From Charlotte Tilbury, it's our Healthy Glow Summer Tint Moisturizer. I have not even tried it out at all, so I definitely want to try it out this month and see how I like it. I probably won't wear it too often since it's just a tinted moisturizer and not a foundation, but I want to know if I like it for like no makeup days. And I think that will be everything for this drawer. Moving into my eyeshadow palette, so I have an idea of what I want to use throughout the month. This drawer is so heavy. I think that I want to get into my Naked Heat palette because I haven't used it as much as I want to, and I really like this palette. There's just been so many new palette releases, and I want to do a video comparing all the new palette releases, so I want to use this one a bit more. And I'm going to continue using my Tartelette Toasted palette because I already know I like it a lot. I have a review video on this palette already, so I definitely want to do more looks with it this month. The Laura Lee palette was like the only palette I was wearing last month, that and the Jaclyn Hill palette. And then this palette is new to my collection as well. It's the Nude Beach palette by The Balm. I got this at Gen Beauty too. It looks so pretty. The shades look perfect for me. I have not even opened it because I've just been so swamped with a lot of new releases that I haven't had the chance to try this one out yet, but it just looks stunning, so I definitely want to try it out. I feel like this is my perfect palette. I think I'm really gonna like this one, so I'll definitely let you guys know if I end up liking the formula because I'm excited for the shades in this palette. And those are the 3 I'm gonna be trying. They're all very similar. They're all like orangey browns and purples. but that's just what I'm into right now. So those are gonna be my 3 eyeshadow palettes for the month. And then moving into face palettes, I actually haven't picked out some face palettes in a while. And let's see, there's a couple that I can try out in here. I'm gonna go with the Tarte Wipeout palette because I've been loving the Benefit Boy Ying so much. And these are very similar shades, and I wanna start using this up more because I don't wanna have this cream palette in my collection forever and ever. I definitely need to start using up the shades, and I already know that I like them. I'm also going to pull out this e.l.f. bronzer palette because I think I've used it maybe 2 or 3 times, so I don't even know how much I like it. I haven't touched it in a couple months. I don't even think I've swatched like maybe these 2 shades, so I definitely need to try it out because it's just sitting in my collection and it needs to definitely be used more so I can actually know how I feel about it. And that might be it. Maybe something with a blush in it. And then I'm also just going to pull out this Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette, mainly because it has a blush in it and I have like maybe 1 blush in my drawer for the month. So I definitely want to use this palette just to use a blush. And I already know I like the bronzer a lot. And I have another Tarte palette that I'm going to be reviewing really soon. But I really just want to use this blush a lot because it's a really pretty shade. And that's going to be everything for here. I just need to finish up with my lip colors. So lastly, getting into this lip drawer, which is a hot mess, but this is the next thing I definitely need to tackle. There's a couple things in here I have not tried out yet. This is one of the liquid lipsticks from MAC. This is in the shade High Drama, I believe, and this is a perfect fall like vampy lip color. I have not tried out this formula yet, so I'm definitely excited to try it out. It's just like a really gorgeous shade for fall. And then let's see what else. I have not actually tried out my Jouer lip pencils yet. I haven't had the chance to try them out. I've just tried out the new lip creams and the lip glosses. I think this would be a really pretty shade. So this is the color Tawny Rose. I feel like this is a perfect like everyday pinky color. It's a little bit deeper, so let me pick out another one too. I want to bring this one into my drawer and then also maybe one that's more nude. All right, so I just picked out this lip pencil in the shade Sienna. I think that's a gorgeous nude color, and I could just apply that all over my lips and then top it off with a gloss. So I'm excited to try these out finally because I've just been testing out all the other products and swatching them, and maybe a couple more. Then I also have these 2 new liquid lipsticks from Huda Beauty. I think I've worn each of them about once. I just picked them up a few weeks ago. I have them in the shades Venus and Sugar Mama. They're both kind of like either a brownish nude or a peachy nude. So I definitely want to try them out and see how I like them compared to my favorite Huda Beauty shade, which is Bombshell. And then maybe one more lip color for the month because I have a couple nudes, maybe one more bold shade. All right, so I just pulled out 2 more colors from Ofra. One's a nude in the shade Mocha, one's one in the shade Milan, which is definitely very red. I haven't worn a red lip in a while, so I'm gonna try these out because I don't think I've worn either of them yet. I think I just swatched them, so I definitely want to try them out. I have a couple of different liquid lipsticks throughout the month. I actually still love liquid lipsticks, either liquid lipsticks or just a sheer gloss. That's usually like my go-tos, but that's gonna be everything for my lip drawer. Alright guys, so this is everything in my everyday makeup drawer for November. I feel like there's so many products in here. Yeah, I feel like I picked out a lot more this month than I normally pick out because I had to really stack everything in there. But also there's a lot of new products like the Foolproof Brow Powder, the Dewy Stick from Ciate, some new Catrice products that I haven't tried out yet. I'm excited to try them out, like the new MAC lipstick, or at least new to me MAC lipstick. So I'm excited to try out some newer products and use up some old favorites. I also have this cooling spray from e.l.f. This is brand new. I've only sprayed it like once or twice, but I think I'm gonna like it because I love the Beauty Shield spray. I keep this in here every day because I use it every single day. So I'm excited to try that out and let you guys know how I feel about it throughout the month too. But that is everything for my everyday makeup drawer for November. Definitely let me know what you guys are using this month in the comments below. If you've tried out any of these products, definitely let me know too. And if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.